Hello, October Panic Attack YouTube community. This is Dante, and I hope you guys are doing awesome. I hope you guys are having an amazing season so far. And I mean, that's really what it's all about, isn't it? I mean, it's just, it's just a, it's just a magical, crazy, scary, fun, insane time. Well, here we go, folks. This is my second year reviewing this attraction, and I said that this year we were going to start doing some attractions that really focusing a lot on a lot of attractions that maybe a lot of people don't focus on. And once again, Elks Haunted Lodge. That's right, folks. This is a real lodge. Okay, this is in Bridgeport, Pennsylvania, which is a stone's throw from Lulu's House of Horrors, and really like close to Norristown and really close to Philly. Okay, this place is a diamond in the rough. It's been going, they say, for about 10 years. This is my second year going. And let me tell you something. They absolutely change this haunt completely new every year. I mean, how many haunts can you say that about? When I got there at the ticket booth, it was opening night last night. And I got there and they were like, doing a couple last minute things or whatever. And they said, oh, you were here last year? Well, this year's completely different. And they weren't kidding. It was completely different. This is a place that has that old school mom and pop ambiance when you like walk up to it. Okay, it's a real lodge. Okay, there are members of this lodge, and the outside of it, the windows and the multiple floors, the multiple levels, and the graveyard scene and the music and the lighting and the way that they organize the lines. It's just like that old school mom and pop vibe that I remember from the old like walk through haunts on Wildwood Boardwalk, New Jersey. I remember it was just a unique feel, and that's the same feel I get. Rest in peace to the haunt called the Devil's Folly Haunted Barn. They are no more as of this year, and you can see my previous reviews from other years. And this haunt gives me that vibe a bit. It gives me that vibe, and this is a haunt that it gives you something in a way that you're just not used to anymore. And it's good. All the big attractions nowadays, they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, as we know. But there's a place for that creepy, more, on the corner of the road, not crowded type of place. Now this place, the tickets are $10. They were the same price last year, folks. I don't know how long they've been $10, but $10? And I was in there for about, I don't know. Let's just say I did not feel shortchanged at all. Okay, what was I in there? 15 minutes? I don't even know. Okay. And the majority of the crowd that comes here, it seemed to be like preteen, and then like some young teenagers. But this actual haunt is really creepy, scary, and disturbing, for their target audience. And I think that's amazing. They have a great sign in the front about closed, confined spaces and strobe lights and fog and things like that, and limited lighting and all that kind of stuff. And it's definitely true to form for that. And there's a bit of physicality to this haunt, a la the freaking Funhouse in Bowmanstown, Pennsylvania. It reminded me of that a little bit. There's some physicality. I don't want to give away anything, but there is some physicality. You got to get a little physical in this particular haunt, kind of like in a Funhouse kind of way, if you catch my drift. And they changed everything. I wasn't expecting anything. The actors are surprisingly brutal. There's no touching, okay, but they're surprisingly brutal. They reminded me a bit of Fright Factory actors. Guttural, screaming and surrounding you and coming from all different directions. The majority of the actors in this place are young also, like preteen to early teens. And then you got a couple grown men in this place that if they weren't dressed up and you saw them walking down the street, you would cower in fear, okay? There are some huge dudes in this place, okay? And they have, I guess this place is known for awesome introductions. You know, like the introduction when you first walk in. I remember when I was a kid and I was going to Dracula's Castle on Wildwood Boardwalk, they would have an introduction before you entered. You know, when something would happen and then it kind of set the tone for the rest of the attraction. This place has those introductions. You don't get those introductions anymore in haunted houses. Haunted houses just kind of you just go in. Your introduction is like in line, you know. But this place has an introduction, and the introduction is unique, it's weird, it's scary, and it builds, and it's, you're just like, what is going on? Because the introduction last year, if you watch my review from last year for Elks Haunted Lodge, was like, I have never seen anything like this. And then this year, it was totally different, and dark, and creepy, and just, don't want to give away anything. It's just really weird how they do it. The themes this year have changed also. They got a bit of black magic. And when you got black magic mixed with children, oh boy, it's getting a little crazy in here. Also, the theme of like an asylum, like psychosis, stuff like that. These guys put serious work into this place. There were some scenes inside of this lodge that should not have been. Like, you would never have expected the design and the amount of work that went into some of these sets. I was really shocked, actually. And they do a lot of cool things with lighting in this place. There's one room with lighting that I've really never seen somebody do before, but I always had that idea in my head, and then they did it. And it was so freaking cool. It's so simple and so effective. Kind of gets you turning around a bit. A really, really unique effect from the floor that they had last year that I've never seen in another haunt up to date. And you actually are going into the basement of this place. Yeah, you're going into the basement, you know. And this was the first haunt. Let me tell you guys, this was the first haunt that I ever went to by myself. That's right. Nobody else could make it. Nobody else could make it, so I went by myself. I've been going to haunts since I was like 8 years old, and I've never done one by myself before. Let me tell you something. It was absolutely terrifying. Like, I was absolutely terrified. And they had me go in with these two little girls who were probably about 11 years old each. Two friends. And they wanted to lead the way, and I was absolutely, I was just terrified. You know, here I am, I'm, you know, a grown man, and I'm like, where's my wife? Where are my friends? I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified. And here's the cool thing, folks, that I wanted to share with you. You know, maybe try a haunt by yourself sometime, because you're never going to be by yourself. They're going to pair you with other people, and if there's a hayride or whatever, you'll be with other people. And if you're the kind of person that likes to kind of, you know, laugh with people or scream with people or just strike up something with people, forget the bars, people. Forget the bars. You know, forget the clubs. Maybe if you want to meet friends or meet dates or whatever, go to haunted houses by yourself. Just don't act creepy. And don't go to Elks to do it, okay, because they're much younger, okay? You understand what I'm saying. Anyway, it was just an idea. You're going to meet people anyway. You're gonna be around people, and going by yourself is not necessarily going by yourself, if you catch my drift, because they're going to put you with other people. You're going to be around other people, okay? So that's just a little FYI for you there. And I did meet the dad of one of the groups of kids in front of me, and he was really, really cool. And you just meet people when you talk to people, and it's just an awesome, awesome kind of group experience, a group vibe. Elks Haunted Lodge did some things this year it was awesome. It was scary, really creepy sections with actors that you weren't certain what they were going to do. It's hard for me to explain that, but there was very creepy actors sitting in chairs, doing things like that. Very, very creepy type stuff like that. Everybody who works here is really nice, really awesome. And kids 12 and under getting for $7. $7! And there's even an outdoor section of this place. It's predominantly in the lodge, and then you come outside. And there are fears from all different calibers here. You get the creepy fears. You even have some gore. You have definitely jump out type stuff. You have physicality of fun houses, and you have darkness, and you have lighting effect type vibes. You have camouflaged actors. They like to use that. I mean, they really took me off guard. There were a couple, especially on this bridge. Yeah, there's a bridge in here. Do you even believe that? Anyway, folks, Elks Haunted Lodge is a diamond in the rough. This is what I suggest you do, okay? You gotta get here. You got to get here. There's no website for the actual haunt. There's only a Facebook page. I'm putting that in this information below, okay? Because it has the dates, it has the times, it has the, you know, the address and all that kind of stuff. Let me just tell you what you need to do, okay? It's $10. $7 for 12 and under, okay? This is what you do. If you want, since Lulu's House of Horrors is so close, you could hit them both up in one night, okay? You could hit them both up in one night. What you do is you get to the Elks Haunted Lodge opening, right an opening, okay? You bust it up, and then you head over to Lulu's, okay? That's what I would probably do. And I think Lulu's might be about, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes away from here, okay? But the bottom line is, folks, head on out to Elks Haunted Lodge, and then maybe go see a movie at the King of Prussia, which is really close. Okay, whatever you want to do, folks. But Elks Haunted Lodge is a diamond in the rough. $10, and it's actually scary and it's actually disturbing at points. And you're going to be around child actors for the most part. And these guys aren't playing by the same rule book as all the other haunts. They do their own thing because they're mom and pop. They do it and they take it seriously. It's not just a fundraising type of vibe for the lodge. They actually take the haunt seriously. So I want to say thank you to Elks Haunted Lodge. And guess what, folks? I'm actually going to go back next weekend this time with friends. And I'm going back. Last year I went to this place twice. This is definitely the kind of place you could go to more than once in 1 year, especially for that awesome ticket price. Elks Haunted Lodge, thank you. October Panic Attack, let's do something different this year, folks, and keep the magic alive. Happy Halloween.